They're telling us this time it's different. Palestine is finally being recognized. But look closer. This isn't a gift. It's a move by the same powers who initiated, armed, funded and protected the occupation for decades. Don't be fooled. For decades, the US and Europe held the keys to the occupation. They blocked real accountability. They poured billions in weapons into Israel and made sure Palestinians stayed caged and shackled. Every so often they offer peace talks that go nowhere, while the land is taken piece by piece. Whenever Palestinians resist, the First Intifada, the Second Intifada, or now Gaza, the West rolls out the same script. Talk about peace, talk about recognition, talk about a two-state solution. These are not neutral plans. They're pressure valves. They calm global outrage. They freeze resistance. They let the Zionist entity regroup and regain legitimacy. Meanwhile, settlements spread, walls grow higher, and ethnic cleansing continues. Right now, France, the UK and Australia and others are loudly recognizing Palestine. It sounds big, but at the same time, the US and its allies are floating plans for outsiders to run Gaza through an international transitional authority led by familiar faces like Tony Blair, who was responsible for one of the greatest crimes of our time in Iraq. That's not self-determination. That's foreign occupation masked with a friendlier logo. Western governments aren't waking up to justice. They're trying to save a project they built. By recognizing a non-existent Palestinian state now, they give Israel legitimacy at the very moment its crimes are on full display and its existence is questioned. It's a chess move, shifting the debate from is the occupation legitimate to how can two states coexist, from liberation to administration. Now if we buy this story, we accept to let the occupying entity exist longer, placing Palestinians under foreign control and permanent borders set by the occupiers. Refugees wouldn't return. The settlements will say the occupation gets a legal roof over its head, and the same governments that armed it all get to look like peacemakers. Why is the focus solely on the Palestinian resistance when it is the occupation that committed and continues to commit a genocide? If they were serious about peace, then they should begin with demilitarizing the perpetrators of the genocide, holding them to account, and sending the settlers back to where they came from, allowing all the Palestinians to return back to their lands in Jaffa, in Akka, in Haifa, in Ramla, and every other city occupied since 1948. Recognition without real power, return, and sovereignty is not a win. It's a velvet cage. Don't mistake their PR for liberation. Know the game, refuse the mirage, and keep fighting for complete liberation of Palestine from the river to the sea.